DJ Popcorn in the house.
Hey guys, my daughter wanted my cat to have a guest appearance, so that was my cat Popcorn's guest appearance. Okay, in this video I'm going to do double replacement reactions for you, okay? So this is the worksheet that we did the week of the 9th. Description, two compounds react to form two new compounds, okay? They're going to switch partners. It's like they're at a double date. They're on a double date, and they're going to switch partners. I need to make sure that a positive always goes with a negative. I can't have two positives or two negatives, okay? So I'm going to look here at copper and chlorine. They went on a date. They were not a successful date. Sodium and nitrogen went on a date. They were not successful. So I need to figure out who's going on the new date, okay? So sodium is a -3. Pardon me, nitrogen's a -3, sodium's a +1. Chlorine's a -1, and there's two of them, so this copper must be +2. So what's going to happen is the copper and the nitrogen are now going to go on a date, and the sodium and the chlorine are going to now go on a date. When copper and chlorine went on a date, this is how they acted. Now when copper goes on a date with nitrogen, I need to look at their charges to see how things go together. So copper's +2, nitrogen's -3, so I'm going to get Cu3N2. I know on this side that it was CuCl2, but I need to look at the charges, okay? So copper and nitrogen now go on a date. Now I have to look at sodium +1 and chlorine -1. It's 1 to 1, so it's going to be NaCl. After you write in those subscripts, now you're going to go back and you're going to look to balance it, okay? So here I have 3 coppers. Here I have 1, so I'm going to put a 3 here. Here I have 6 chlorine, so I'm going to put a 6 here. Okay, here I have 2 nitrogens. I'm going to put a 2 here, okay? And I left that blank, or you can put that as a number 1. I'm going to do the same thing on this number 2, okay? But on this one, there's part of a polyatomic was on a date. So sodium's +1, nitrate's -1. Calcium's +2, iodine's -1. Sodium and iodine are going to try to go on a date, and calcium and nitrate are going to go on a date, okay? So I'm going to look at Ca is +2, and nitrate's NO3 -1. So I'm going to have CaNO3 2. And then I'm going to look to make sure to see how sodium +1 and iodine -1 are going to come together, and I'm going to get NaI. And it doesn't matter if you had put the sodium iodide first or the calcium nitrate second, okay, as long as I get the two products. And again, notice I've got a positive and a negative, positive and a negative, okay? So now I'm going to look and see if these are balanced, okay? Here I have 1 calcium, 2 iodine, 1 iodine, so I'm going to put a 2 here, okay? I have 2 sodium, 1 sodium. I'm going to put a 2 here, and now I'm balanced. Okay? All right. We're going to try these others together. Okay? Chlorine's a -1. Hydrogen's a +1. Sulfur is a -2. So in this case, iron must be a +2. So Fe +2, Cl -1. I'm going to get FeCl2. Then I'm going to have H +1 and S -2, and I'm going to get H2S, okay? I'm not going to balance them here, okay? But just to give you guys the idea of how to write these. Now, if you write it incorrectly, you're not going to probably get it to balance. So if you get stuck on one of these and you're like, wait a second, I can't balance, go back and check your charges, okay? Bromine's -1, calcium's +2, iodine's -1, sodium's +1. Sodium and bromine, calcium and iodine. So sodium is Na +1, bromine's Br -1, so I'm going to have NaBr. And then I'm going to have calcium +2, iodine -1. I'm going to get CaI2. Make sure when you write the final compound that you don't put the charges in the final compound. That's just up above here. I'm just showing my work, okay? All right, on this one, okay, I've got sodium +1, carbonate -2. I've got calcium +2, acetate -1, okay? So sodium is +1 and acetate C2H3O2 is -1. So I'm going to get NaC2H3O2. Then I'm going to get Ca +2 and CO3 -2. And I'm going to get CaCO3. Again, don't be worried, right? I know here there was 2 acetates and here there's only 1. The reason there are 2 acetates here is because calcium's a +2 and acetate's a -1, okay? Here your sodium's a +1, acetate's a -1, so I get 1 to 1. How I'm going to balance that out later is to actually balance the reaction. So I've got 2 acetates here, 1 here. I've got now 2 sodiums here. I now have 2 sodiums here. So balancing it'll take care of that for me. Number 6, what I want to do here is I actually want to write water as HOH. So I'm going to cross off water and I'm going to write HOH. So H is +1, OH is -1. Sodium is +1, chlorine is -1. Okay, so I'm going to have H +1 and Cl -1. So I'm going to rewrite this down here. The words were in my way. So my work from here is here. And then I'm going to have H +1 and OH -1. So it's NaOH. So when you get water, make sure you break into HOH. So I've done the front side of this. I've done the front side of this for you, okay? What I'll do is I'll complete the back of this and I will have that as a PDF that you can check your answers.